What is a true friend? That's an interesting question that we'll explore today, along with 10 tips on how to find a true friend. My name is Jeff Lee from OvercomeYourChallenges.com, and I help people overcome their shyness, improve their social skills, and connect with others despite their backgrounds. People who consider themselves introverts are fine spending time alone, but they miss out on the joy that comes from friendships. On the other hand, having a true friend adds to the joy and richness of your life. Doing something with a friend multiplies the enjoyment of the experience. It's like having brownies. Now, you can bake these brownies, yummy brownies, and keep them all to yourself and eat it until you get stomachache. Or you can share some with your friends and allow them to enjoy the experience together. Or it's like playing sports or pretty much any hobby. Like back in the day, I used to play a lot of tennis, and I used to find a tennis court to practice my serves or hit against the wall to improve my strokes. And I definitely improved my techniques from practicing by myself. But it was always more enjoyable playing tennis with others than practicing by myself. These days with social media, it's easy to get more friends on your account. But there is a balance to that. You probably know some with like huge lists of online friends, and this looks awesome. They look like they're super popular. But in reality, often it's just a bunch of contacts. Some or many of them, they have never even met. It's just more meant to pad their account, to add more contacts, and hopefully these more contacts will give them more likes on their posts. On the other hand, a true friend truly cares for you and can lift you up when you're down, encourage you, and they can also warn you if you go down a wrong path, even if it's something that you may not want to hear at least at that moment. For example, there's this person who went down the wrong path. I met him at work, and he got addicted to drug use, and it was a terrible addiction. He said at one point he would use $400 to $500 of drugs a day. That's a lot of money. That's more than most people even make a day. So when people get into such a terrible addiction, they most likely have to steal in order to support their habit. Notice what one person said about the importance of having true friends. His name is James, and he was 18 years old. And he said, a real friend is a person who tells you when you do something wrong. And then Maria, who was 26 at that time, agreed. And she said, sometimes a so-called friend will see you get into trouble and not say anything. They'll say, I saw you leading up to that, but I was afraid to tell you. Well, it doesn't really help if no one says anything. But what if it's something not so serious, or like a drug addiction? What if it's something like something stuck in your teeth? Wouldn't you want a friend or a true friend to speak up and say that, hey, you got something in your teeth? Or how about this? This happens to like guys. Maybe some girls too, but mostly guys. Sometimes a good friend will say, hey man, your zipper's down. A true friend cares about you and speaks up to help you. Remember this, the only way to have a true friend is to be a true friend. Otherwise, we all have limited time. Otherwise, why would this awesome person who has limited time want to spend their limited time with you? It takes two to make a friendship or a relationship grow and work. So we can ask ourselves, do I show personal interest and sincere interest in others? Am I working on developing qualities that others would enjoy? when they're around me. And the kind of friend you get depends largely on how you try to find them. Like, for instance, if you try to attract friends with gifts, like trying to buy friends, like maybe paying for friends to go to the movies or paying for them to go to the amusement park with you so you don't go there by yourself, that's borderline superficial. Or even school. People can separate their friendships based on their talents. Like in sports, there's the varsity team and then there's a JV. And to the varsity, the JV are like beneath them a lot of the times. Or even on the varsity teams, there's starters and then there's the bench. But this way of like segregating people by their talents or what they look like or how they dress, this is actually very short-sighted. Because what happens after they graduate or if that money goes away? So do these friends. But true friends are attracted to you by your qualities, not what they can get out of you, whether that's money, technology, praise, or like a certain camaraderie, or being on the same team or same level, being on the same varsity level or JV level. True friends also don't necessarily share the same interests, but they have common values and qualities. So it doesn't matter when even when you graduate or move away, they will still be true friends. Notice what a famous author, Ralph Waldo Emerson, forgot to turn off my notification here. He said, the only way to have a friend is to be one. So here are 10 tips to help you find a true friends. 1, know their name and use it to greet them. Javier, Sarah, how's it going? 2, show personal interest in them. That doesn't mean you'll become an extrovert overnight or ever, but you can just start by showing a little interest in one person, someone you already know in your class or at work, and you can express appreciation for them and what they do. They will notice you and they'll remember you for that. 3, really listen to what they say. And as a bonus, afterwards you can ask them about it. Hey Sarah, how was the performance last weekend? Or Matt, hey, how was the tournament? They'll appreciate that. They'll appreciate it and remember that you remember what's important to them. 4, they're loyal. True friends are loyal. They got your back and you have theirs. And true friends don't get involved in gossip. 5, stay safe. Nowadays, technology has allowed the world to be more connected than ever before. But people can hide themselves online. You may think that you're talking to another college student just to find out later that it was some 50-year-old guy who doesn't want you to tell about your relationship to your family or friends. So if you communicate with someone online, you may want to limit it to someone you know, or that you can verify this person is who they say they are. 6, share your feelings. Not to everyone, but gradually. You can gradually share it to those you get to know and trust more. And time you can reveal more of your feelings and emotions. And likely, they'll feel comfortable and reveal the same more to you too. And 7, with true friends, it will be safe to share your opinions. Because true friends do not get mad if you don't always agree with them. 8, ask about them first. And then also share a little bit about yourself too. When you ask about their weekend, and then they ask you, don't just say, yeah, it was good. Tell them a little bit. Tell them like 1 or 2 sentences. Oh yeah, we had a nice weekend. We got to get out of the house and go to the mall and watch a movie. That opens up more about yourself. So you're not just asking questions like some reporter 9, don't expect perfection, because all of us are very imperfect. Notice what this one author said about this. He said, flawless friends, those who never complain, are always loving, never have moods, are always fixated on us, and never disappoint us, are known as pets. So if you don't want to end up having pets as your closest friends, then realize that true friendship take time, emotion, and patience. And 10, don't limit yourself to just people of your culture, color, or age group. Some of my best friends are from different colors and cultures. And by expanding outside of my circle, that's how I met and married my beautiful Latina wife. And we live part of the year in South America. So that's our ways to identify a true friend and 10 ways to get a true friend. As a bonus, make sure to download the free ebook, Overcome Shyness Quick Start Guide, for more strategies to help you make true friends and conquer shyness. The link for the ebook will be in the description below. So remember to hit the like button, as this really helps us out, and subscribe so to be notified for weekly videos to help you overcome shyness, improve your social skills, and connect with others.